Hi, my name is Gloria Robert. Today we are looking at the topic reproductive health. Objectives of lesson. As the lesson progresses, the learners should be able to 1. Define reproductive health. 2. Define female genital mutilation. 3. Mention at least 3 types of FGM. 4. Mention at least 5 effects of FGM. And 5. Give at least 2 ways of controlling female genital mutilation. So what is reproductive health? Now, reproductive health involves the knowledge of the reproductive system, how to care for it and live a healthy reproductive life. In another word, it involves the knowledge of the reproductive organ, how it functions, how to care for it and live a healthy reproductive life. Now, health is a state of well-being of the body and mind, including psychological and mental well-being. Reproductive health education is necessary for everyone, not necessarily the girl child, but for both male and female. So what is female genital mutilation? In a short form, it is called FGM. Now, female genital mutilation include all procedures that involve the partial or total removal, injury or changes of any kind to the external female genital. Now, the external female genital is also known as the vulva, and it includes the clitoris and the labia, that is, the major labia and the minor labia. Now, female genital mutilation is one of the harmful practices not accepted generally because of its danger and its negative effects. It is usually carried out for cultural or non-medical reasons. Now, FGM is commonly known as female circumcision or female genital cutting. Now, the procedure can be carried out on a female or a girl child either at infancy, between the age of 7 to 15, at the time of marriage, during the first pregnancy, or the first child delivery. So let's discuss the types of female genital mutilation. Now, we have 5 types here. The first one is total and partial removal of the clitoris, or clitoridectomy. Now, looking at the images here, the one labeled A is showing a normal female genital, that is external genital of a female. It has the clitoris, the labia majora, labia minora, it has the vaginal opening, and so on. So, total and partial removal of the clitoris. You will see that in the one labeled B. The second type is total and partial removal of the clitoris and the labia minora, also known as excision. You see that in the part labeled C. Third one, narrowing of the vaginal opening or infibulation. You see that in the one labeled D. Now, all other harmful procedures to the female genitals, such as incision, piercing, burning, prickling, and scraping, are also type of female genital mutilation. So let's talk about the effects of FGM. It can lead to difficulties during delivery, especially when it involves narrowing of the vaginal opening. It can cause infection. It can lead to severe pain and psychological issues. It can cause severe pains during sex. It can lead to urinary problems. It can lead to excessive bleeding. It can lead to menstrual flow problems, and of course loss of sex libido and pleasure, and it can also cause death. Now, how do we now prevent, or prevention and control? How do we prevent it? How do we control it? Now, the first way is to carry out what we call public enlightenment. That means the public need to know what is FGM, what are the effects, why are they carried out, and then be discouraged. When people know, there will be probability of it being stopped. Number 2 is government should enact laws against FGM. So there should be a law there. When people know that they can be fined or jailed for carrying out these harmful or evil practices, then maybe they will stop it. Then 3, counseling. This is necessary for the person that is a girl child, maybe to help the person overcome depression, low self-esteem, and any other negative effect it has on them. And the last one is girl-child empowerment. A girl child needs to be educated. When a girl child is educated, she has the right to say no or yes, and of course enlighten others too. So let's talk about reproductive care. Now, reproductive care is very important. So there is need for the care of the reproductive system. This responsibility is not only for the female, but also for the male as well. So how do we care? Care of male reproductive organs. Number one, the male reproductive organs should be properly washed with water and soap regularly. In another word, take your bath regularly. Number two, the pupils should be protected from harmful insects like lice. 3. All male underwear should be cleaned always to prevent infection. And 4. Avoid wearing tight underwears. Help the testes to breathe. Number 5. Visit a doctor at any sign of infection, such as STIs, immediately. So how do we care for the female reproductive organs? Care of female reproductive organs. 1. The external female genitals should be washed with soap. Please, not inside the vagina. Do not apply soap in there. And water every day. 2. Always wear clean cotton underwear to avoid infections. 3. Wipe the area from front to back after using the toilet. This is to prevent bringing feces from the anus into the vagina, which can lead to infection. 4. Avoid the suction of substances and objects into the vagina, except for medical reasons. Then 5. Avoid unprotected sex to prevent sexually transmitted infections. And 6. In case of any problem, it is better to visit the gynecologist in the hospital. Now, the gynecologist is a doctor that is involved or that takes care of any matter that involves female reproductive system. Any matter that involves the female reproductive system. So, in conclusion, personal hygiene is very essential. It is key in care for the reproductive organs in both the male and female. Personal hygiene is key. Wow, we've got into the students' activities. It's now for you to answer your question. Check your mastery of this topic. If you have any challenge, go back to the video, watch, listen, and at the end, I know you'll be able to tackle all the questions here. They are quite easy. Wow, this is the answers to students' activity. It's time for you to mark yourself. Like I will always say, I hope you have 100%. Please don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Drop your comments here, view and download my videos, and then click the notification bell. So at this moment, I want to say thank you for joining me in this class. Thanks for learning.